you, thank you. Really impressed with seeing so many morning people because clearly I'm not a morning person. So thank you for coming. Yeah, journey, junctions, and I sort of, in retrospect, last night I changed the title and made it "Make Coincidence Happen." So a little bit about me and my journey. Amishi asked not to do like a portfolio thing and then we did this and then we did this, but more like how did this happen. A little introduction for people. I see a lot of familiar faces, but also a lot of people I don't know and who might not know me. Clicker, thank you. I started Addikt in 2004 together with Koen in Amsterdam. And we started out as a motion design studio. And anybody who would have told me 20 years ago that I'd be talking to you in Mumbai here today, I would have said is not possible. But we have had an Indian presence and office here in Mumbai since 2010. And we've done a lot of work for the Indian market from Amsterdam. But to give a little context, I'll play a short show reel and then I'll talk some more. And also it might wake everybody up a bit more. So yeah, that's pretty much 20 years in 1 minute. We do a lot of still brand design, communication, but everything we do is around motion. So my journey wasn't a logical thing. I wouldn't, like I said, never thought I would end up here. I'm a self-taught designer. When I started out, there was no such thing as digital design education. So I pretty much did it on the go. And this 20 years journey with Addikt and also our journey in India, it is about, oh sorry, I've been clicking the wrong thing. It's more about the junctions, because we set a goal in our career, but one day I want to be there, I want to reach this. But actually it's about the small steps and the junctions where we end up with, and the moments where we need to take decisions and we have to choose, we go left, we go right, we do or we don't. And I think in retrospect, because it was never intentional to come to India, we didn't have a strategy to come to India. But I think it's about taking bold decisions, and you need to sort of hustle your way through. I mean, as a creative, I think an underestimated part of the job is the hustle. Because we think of new ideas, new designs every day, and we need to sell it to the clients, to the audience, and it's never easy. So, and I think the hustle is pretty much what got me here today. And for instance, I bluffed my way into my first job as a digital designer at a digital design agency. I didn't know anything. I said I did, And when I came on the job, I found out nobody else also knew anything because it was so new. And so that bluff and that hustle, I think, has always been part of my path, and it's what brings me to the next junction. I think the most important thing in a creative career is that you recognize opportunities. I think you need to keep an open mind, and you need to let the opportunity make things happen. Of course, we set a goal, we have ambitions, but you need to be on the lookout to the opportunity and give room to the opportunity to happen. And what is good opportunity? I think for us, as Addikt, or for me, it's always been very personal. Of course, we're a business, but you need to go on your path and make sure that whatever you do is interesting. And whether you come to an opportunity and it's good for business, but equally important is that it's a venture, that it's interesting, and that you can find something you can be curious about, and something you can really deep dive into. And as a business, of course, it needs to be realistic. We don't want to set crazy goals or chase things, change dreams or windmills that will not going to happen. And we also try to set long-term goals next to the short-term goals. And we test it internally. We keep each other on track. And I think number 3 is the most important thing for any journey at any junction is you need to surround yourself with good people. And that literally is my India story. I met so many great people, and this industry doesn't always have good people. And you know if you know. And the times where we didn't follow our gut feeling were the times where it didn't work. And yeah, my Indian journey, like all good ideas, started at the bar. And during my studies, I was working in a bar in Amsterdam, and those guys at one point also started a bar in India. And one Friday night, on my way home, I dropped in on the bar, and all my friends were there, and they were like, "Oh, we're opening a club in Mumbai, and you need to come." And they said, "Yeah, there's a good business opportunity." So I sold it to Koen. I said, "Yeah, these guys say it's good business." I had no idea. Also, I had zero ambition of doing business in India, to be honest. And I ended up at the launch party of Zenzi Mills here in Todi Mills across the street, and it was insane. And I didn't know what to expect from India. I had this pre-assumption of how it would be, third world country, etc., blah blah. But it blew me away. I thought I was in New York. It was everybody had a hustle, everybody had a story, everybody was writing a book, everybody's making a film. It was insane. And I met people. Cornelius in the audience. He's the reason, I think, in retrospect, why I'm here. He made the coincidence happen. I was checking my email and I got an invite to come to India with a bunch of Dutch design agencies. And that led us to Curious. So this was in 2009, and we got connected to Curious, and they invited us to speak at Design Yatra, their annual design festival. And we were still completely open, didn't know what to expect. I mean, I'd done talks in the Netherlands for, I don't know, 100, 200 people. And we said, yeah, sure, we'll come do a talk. And it was in the Powai Marriott. There were 1,200 people in the audience. And Michael Wolff was the speaker right before us, so we had to do the stage after him. But the thing was, Michael Wolff great personality, great authority, but he had these slides with like, and he was talking really slow. And then we came on and we had videos, we had music, and it was pumping, and the crowd really responded, and it was the right crowd. So a lot of clients in the audience as well. That got us requests, and then we were still ignorant. We thought, oh, India, what can it be? But then we found out the pitch was for the World Cup cricket, and budgets were like, I don't know, 6 times the Dutch budgets. So we were like, whoa, this is an opportunity. And we stepped in, and we connected with Curious, and we became partners with Curious, met a lot of good people, Amishi and all. We teamed up with Curious also for the Curious Creative Awards. And always Curious is not a very well-funded organization, but it had a lot of opportunity. And we decided to put our annual marketing budget, so to say, for India into the awards. So we deeply invested into the awards. And till today, we're still doing that. And it's from its inception, it really has become an authority, how you say? A well-recognized platform. So super proud. So I got drunk in a bar and ended up with an office in Mumbai. That's like the short version of this pitch. And then coming more regularly to India, it introduced me to more very interesting people, among which co-design from Delhi, Rajesh Dahiya and Nupur Mohor, dear friends. But again, a weird coincidence, I didn't meet them here. I met them at the Sri Lanka Design Festival, where we both were doing a talk, and we immediately clicked. We started working together, and we started pitching together, and I mean, our story and their story really matched. We came from a more like a motion design thinking background. They come from a hardcore branding background. And we started working for these really big clients from India also. So we worked together on Tata Motors, global rebranding together. And I mean, obviously in India, this is a huge brand. But whenever I tell people in Amsterdam that we have an office in India, everybody was saying like, oh, so you outsource and you make with cheap labor? No, we insource. We actually do the production in Amsterdam. I mean, Mumbai for us was like a sales office. And so we do the production in Amsterdam and work for the Indian market. And we have a very fruitful collaboration with CoDesign. We're still working with them. We did the branding for PhonePay, and till today we're still working on the Sonic branding. So we keep updating the alerts for the app. We did one last month or 2 months ago. So meeting people in Sri Lanka for the Indian markets, getting crazy. And then a very recent opportunity. Somebody sent me a message on LinkedIn, and it was Harshal from Shbang. He was in Amsterdam. He said, I saw you do business in Mumbai. I'm also doing business in Amsterdam and in London. Can I drop by? And again, we really clicked, and we worked together on IPL for Geo, on the show packaging, and with an amazing Shbang team, and that worked really well. So since mid last year, we became part of the Shbang network. So we're now Addikt Schbang. So I'm not an addict anymore, so I think that's also positive. But of course, it's not always been easy. And when you're at a junction, you also sometimes take the wrong decision or follow the wrong things, or sometimes luck is just not on your side. And I feel that luck is something you really have to chase and make happen. And these are two projects where we sort of struck out on luck. We worked on the global motion identity for YouTube together with Saffron. They were doing the entire global rebrand. And yeah, we were really happy, finished the project, got paid. But it never went live because YouTube had a change of management, change of direction, change of strategy, never went live. And this, for us, would have been like a breakthrough project, because if anybody on the planet would ask you, oh, you're a creative, do I know any of your work? It would have been easy if it had gone live. Is Ola Cabs. Together with co-design, we've almost worked a year on the rebranding for Ola. This, I think, was in 2017, 18. And we already knew. And the same with YouTube. Our relationship with Saffron wasn't great. So there was always like some negative energy around it. And with Ola, during that year, the entire management team got replaced twice. So the internal situation at Ola was not ideal. And in retrospect, we could have sensed that this would not go live, because when we're done, and we luckily again got paid, which is obviously good. But again, this would have been a project with like super high visibility. And when we finished, again, the management team was replaced, new direction. And actually they redid this project also with Design Studio in London. And again, same thing happened. It never went live. So yeah, sometimes it's just not happening. I think one of the big red flags for us with clients is internal politics. And I know that internal politics are everywhere, but as soon as internal politics on the client side start affecting your work, you're in for trouble. And I once bought this poster for co-design after a project we did for them, which also did not work out. And I recently also bought it for the Amsterdam studio, just as an internal reminder, sort of trust our gut feeling that we need to work with good people to do good work. And that's both on client side as internal. But something positive. We're now starting a new platform together with Dinesh from Creative Gym and Edson from Pata. And we're now doing like a pop-up tryout tour in Mumbai. And it's called The Junction, where we want to foster the possibility for these accidents or coincidences to happen, and to create like a new platform for sparking new connections. It's a creative business exchange, and what we vision to do is to do an exchange between India and Amsterdam, Netherlands, Mumbai, Delhi, Amsterdam, maybe even Rotterdam, who knows. I wouldn't be part of it, but and we want to connect creative entrepreneurs, because like I said, hustle is a big part of the creative industry, and entrepreneurship is really an important part of the creative industry. So that creative thinking, we want to connect Indian entrepreneurs, designers, chefs, musicians with their Dutch counterparts, both on this side and in Amsterdam. So yeah, keep an eye out, and we'll see where this goes. While making this deck, I came across, it's again not a coincidence probably, a video on Instagram that pretty much sums up our vision on how to proceed in your journey and how you should sort of approach your journey.
A creative life
Yeah.
is simply this. A creatively lived life is any life where consistently, routinely, habitually, and constantly you choose the path of curiosity over the path of fear. Not once, not twice, not a few times, but all the times. All the times. And I say curiosity more than passion because I think we live in a passion fetishizing society where people are constantly being given this often very unhelpful piece of advice, which is follow your passion, follow your passion, follow your passion. Passion is the big tower of flame on the hill. It's lightning in a bottle. It's the voice of God. It's all very exciting if you should happen to run into it, but it's not always there. Every single day, you can be curious because every single day, curiosity approaches you and taps on your shoulder almost to the point that you can't even feel it and whispers in your ear, hey, what's that? It's just like a little tiny clue. It's a scavenger hunt. You will have a creative life because your curiosity is different from everyone else's and it will create a life unique to you.
Thank you.